Now over to my good friend Tom Crawford.
Hey, Johnny, I tell you what, our next guest has penned a book on education and has more information on what he says is a magic pill. That's a magic pill for student learning. We welcome Raymond Brown to the show. And Raymond, what is the concept of distributed practice? I've never heard of that before.
It's a concept that has been around for ages of time. It's used a lot in a lot of private schools in terms of improvement in achievement. In my experience in Charleston County, it multiplied achievement by teachers there up to 900%.
Wow.
About 9 times. For the amount of time actually used in the classroom, it multiplied student achievement up to about 2,700%.
That's enormous. So, and to give people a little bit of background, you're an educated man. You came from an educated background. You've taught in Charleston County schools for over a decade, but you also taught out in Utah. Is that correct?
Yes, I did. I taught in Utah for about 3 years, I think.
Okay. So how did you come up with this? Because this is something that I know that so many school systems would like to implement into their programs.
Well, I got a master's in counseling from Brigham Young University out in Utah, and I think in one of the classes, or maybe more than one out there, it kind of brought to my mind the fact that this kind of thing should be working. You know, all it is a reinforcing process of what you have generally already taught. And you take the reinforcing process and periodically you give it to your students, and with that you give a little extra guidance or instruction. And at the end of the year, in terms of standardized testing, it does, phenomenal things.
Is this something a one-on-one, and can this be done in a group of 5, 10, or 15? Of course, you have to have students who are not misbehaving, number one, that are wanting to really learn what's going on. But is the teacher doing this sort of remedial type training or re-emphasized training on one-on-one, or is it in a group capacity?
Oh, it's in a group capacity. You could use it with a class of 30 students. Out in Utah, when I first started using it, I had classes up to 42 students. And, it's going to be more effective as you go into smaller classes. But no, you don't need a one-on-one situation. You can have a lot of kids there, and it's still very effective.
Now, my understanding, reading on some of the things that you've done, I understand our own Governor Haley supports this program. Is that right?
Yes, she does. I met with her a couple of months ago. Governor Haley seems very concerned for the education of our children in South Carolina. And she told me she felt like that this could be the perfect time for this kind of thing to go into our school system, and she has turned it over to the Department of Education, for
review, take a look at it, and so forth. And Charleston County is looking at it right now, correct?
No, not really.
Okay.
Charleston County was very supportive of it. When I was in Charleston County back in the 90s, they nominated my program for a national award, and they also tried to help me get a $300,000 grant to write materials in other math areas.
Now, you also wrote a book on it. Tell us about this book, because we do have a giveaway. Tell us about the book that we have here.
All right, the book is entitled Intentional Educational Malpractice in America.
It's a great title.
and it tells the group of people, actually public school bureaucrats, that do not want it in their system because it's a threat to their jobs.
Wow.
They don't, teachers, once they know how to use distributed practice and they have material, they don't need anyone at the district office.
Right on.
You know.
And folks, you can get this book. One of the great ways to get this book is that we've got a giveaway to tell you about. The first caller at 849-2535 for your chance to win a copy of Raymond's book. To enter, you must be 18 years of age and live within the ABC News 4 viewing area. The total value is $16. Again, that number is 849-2535. Your chance to win. And quickly, how can folks get that also online?
On Amazon, or in Berkeley County, all the libraries have a copy that can be checked out.
Very good.
If you're in Dorchester or Charleston County and you want a copy in your library, just give me a call and I'd be happy to provide it for you.
Raymond, thank you very much, sir. Great book. Stay with us. We've got more after the break.